Hello, today I'm going to talk about the Trader Joe's Well Rested tea. Now, this is herbal tea, and I drink this tea to go to bed and to sleep well, basically. So, I have had this really bad cold, and it's really kept my throat sore, and I lost my voice. And I really have to thank this tea for helping me get back on track. So when you have had a really long day and all you want to do is go home and have a glass of wine, but maybe you're taking a break on the wine or the caffeine, you can try this. This is amazing, and it's so relaxing and so wonderful. It doesn't have any caffeine, 100% no caffeine. And I found this when I was looking for something to drink. I needed some tea. Fluids are super important when you're sick. Sick season is coming up. It's here already. And I needed a really good tea that was gonna soothe my throat, that was gonna hydrate me, and something that would help me get some sleep. And also the steam from hot tea is so good for clearing out your sinuses. And that was something I really needed. So I was sick all last week. I got this tea. As you can see, well, you can't see, but there's a lot of them in here. Now what I really like about this box is that, well, first of all, it's blue and it has stars on it. But second of all, it has two ways to open it. One, you can put on your shelf, and you can easily access these tea bags in here, and I'll show you what they look like in a second. And the other way is that you can actually open the box this way and get them out this way. So I obviously chose this way to do that, and they're easily accessible, and that way when I store my tea and I have multiple boxes like this, different ones obviously, I would get different ones, I can just grab the one that I want. So they're really accessible in many different ways. And I usually drink my tea without any honey. I usually like to just have my plain tea and enjoy all the, flavors and aromas coming from the tea without any type of sweetener. But when you're sick, honey is really good for your throat. And so the only way I've had this tea is with honey. And let me tell you, it's actually not that bad. It was really good. And for those of you who like honey and like sweet stuff and really, this is such a good blend with that. I do feel like I do want to try it. I haven't tried it yet. I do want to try it without the honey, and I feel like it could still be really nice. When I smell it, the first thing I smell is peppermint. And that got me thinking, well, what's inside it? So when I looked, I saw chamomile, flowers, lemongrass, spearmint leaves, that might be it, tilia flowers, and then peppermint leaves, so I was right, and then passion flower leaves, blackberry leaves, orange blossoms, hawthorn berries, and rosebuds. That is a lot, and so you'd think maybe all those elements would clash, but it actually goes really well together. It's very flavorful, and so I found that I don't need to steep it that long, but also if I leave the tea bag in there, it doesn't get super bitter, which is nice, because a lot of teas, they get very strong and they're kind of unbearable if you forget your tea bag. So what I really like about this one is it just gets intense, but it doesn't get unbearable. And so I don't even need to steep it that long, but if I do, it's still really good, and it's definitely a very good tea. When I do steep it, it gets to be this dark bronzy color, which is surprising considering how light a lot of the elements in it are. So I thought that was interesting, but that's just a result of the ingredients. It tastes very good. You can definitely taste the peppermint, and when you actually drink it, it doesn't taste like it smells necessarily. Like, you can't taste the peppermint as much. You taste the other elements, which is cool. I definitely tried it, and I definitely felt the chamomile and the lemongrass was in there. And I had to look and see, like, wow, there's all these other elements in here, like blackberry leaves and orange blossoms, which is really creative. I love rosebud tea. So this really has a combination of different ingredients that I've just really enjoyed. Now the tea bags themselves, there are 20 tea bags, and there are about, so they come in these like packages here. They come in these packages that are brown and black, and it says well-rested herbal tea, and I like how they emphasize no caffeine everywhere. So if you're giving it to a friend who doesn't want any caffeine, they know for sure that there's no caffeine in it. Don't know if that's particularly necessary, but good. And now I'm going to try to get it out of here with one hand. But basically, yeah, you have these, yeah. So basically right here is the tea bag. It's just a basic, you know, generic tea bag. There's nothing really super special about it. And when you put it in the water, you don't put this in obviously, you let it steep for a bit, and it just ends up tasting so good. It's a great get well soon gift. Like if you have a friend who's sick and you care about them, you can get them this tea and say that it worked wonders. They're really easy to tear open, which is nice, so just easy to access, and you can drink it on its own or you can drink it with food. Sometimes I know a lot of people like to have tea after dinner. They have like after dinner tea with their dessert as opposed to a big heavy dessert or cake, so that's really nice. And it's great before bed. Some people with these types of herbs, they can get very sleepy with them. So I would say try it before bed, not when you first wake up in the morning if you're trying to get going and get your day started. I love drinking cold herbal tea, especially in the summer, and they say that you can use this for that too. You can really use any tea for cold tea, but I've only used this for hot tea, so I can personally say that it really helped for my cold. And when you have a cold, you really want steamy, hot tea as opposed to really cold iced tea. But any fluid is good, right? I have so many teas, and I keep this on the shelf with all my other teas. I don't usually travel with it or take it anywhere with me. It's kind of bulky in that way. I'm not one to travel with my tea. It's really good to keep your tea in a dark place at room temperature or colder, and so that's why I use my cabinet. And I don't drink this every single day. Ever since I got it, I alternate between all my teas, so I don't like to just stay routinely in that way, but I definitely will keep drinking this for sure. And it's 1.09 ounces in the net weight total of all this. So you must use boiling water to steep it. Like lukewarm water won't be as helpful for you. It just won't result in a really well, done tea. And Trader Joe's was founded in Cali in 1958. I love their products. They have, not only do they have more tea products, but they also have like food products. So check them out. They're very health oriented and family friendly. And so this is such a great tea for the whole family. Yeah, so check this out. Check out the products, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.